Tarte just came out with a new foundation. Is this a foundation you should run out and try, or is it something that you should simply pass by? Find out next. Everybody, I hope you are having a great day and doing well. This is a first impressions kind of gotta try, pass it by on the new Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. This retails for $36 and it can be found on Tarte's website. You can also find it at Sephora, Ulta, and online at their websites as well. This foundation comes in 11 shades. I chose, I guess, number 10 out of the 11th shades available, called Tan Sand, and it says tan skin with yellow undertones, so I thought that would match my skin best. On the back of this foundation, it says Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation offers weightless coverage that lasts, while the skin-intuitive formula delivers a flawless natural finish without settling into fine lines and wrinkles. Now, when they debuted this foundation, they also debuted this brush. It looks like this, and it's called the Airbrush Bamboo Powder Foundation Brush. I believe this retails for $26. I'll have all the information written down below. So just to make sure I was getting what the company is promising, I wanted to go ahead and pick up the brush as well. Okay, so the only products I have on my face currently are my moisturizer and my SPF. I also applied Tarte's Clean Slate Poreless 12-Hour Perfecting Primer. And then I also used the Tarte's Emphasized Waterproof Amazonian Clay Brow Mousse on my brows with a little bit of Laura Geller's Real Deal Concealer just to kind of accentuate my brows. But other than that, I have on nothing else on my face. So I'm going to zoom in and we can start the application. Okay, before I start the application, I want to show you how the product comes. It's in this round cylinder with the bamboo top, which Tarte has really been using for a lot of their different products, like their lipsticks. On the back, you see the name of Tan Sand, and you open it up, and you'll notice the top has like this little stopper, and that's to hold down on this mesh top that contains the minerals. So that way your minerals don't get all over the place. Let's say if you're traveling, it kind of holds it down and keeps the minerals in place. And you just take your Airbrush brush and you press onto this mesh, and that's how you pick up the minerals and get them onto your brush. Okay, so let's start the application. Like I said, I just have the primer on my brows on. I have this acne scar right here above my brow, but otherwise I think my skin looks okay, fairly decent. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Airbrush brush. I'm going to dip it in and onto that mesh, and this is how much on the brush. Let's dip one more time. And I'm going to just start with this side, and let's see how this side will look compared to this side of my face. So I'm going to start up here. I think the color is a good match for my skin. And I'm just working in a circular motion. Pick up some more powder. And I'm not going to wear any concealer underneath the eyes. This foundation is also available on QVC. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell y'all that. And so if you want to watch like a demonstration, QVC is really great for that, because you can kind of go back and really hear from the creator of the product and get more information. Now I would say medium coverage. I want just enough to kind of cover up any imperfections and flaws. And so far so good. And I apologize, I'm looking in a mirror to make sure I'm covering what I want to cover. So and take it right underneath the eye a little bit where I have some dark circles. And I also have hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone. You name it, I got it. Okay, I'm going to zoom in closer so you can see one side of my face done and the other side with no foundation on it. Okay, so this side has the Amazonian clay foundation. This side does not. This side definitely looks a lot more even. It looks very natural. You really can't tell that I have anything on. Only way you can tell is because this side looks a little sadder because of the dark circles and unevenness compared to this side. I feel like I need a little bit more of the product to cover up this blemish, so I'll probably go back over that. But now I'm going to finish my full face, and I'll come back when I'm completely done with my whole makeup. Okay, so I'm back with my full face of makeup on. Didn't do anything too, I guess, glam, because I'm just running a few errands, going to the grocery store, because if I don't, dinner tonight will be really interesting, and probably interesting in a bad kind of way. So here it is. I will zoom in close so you can fully see my face. So here's how the full face looks. I think my brows look pretty good because I'm also testing out the Tarte brow mousse. So I think they look really nice and natural. Yeah, it looks good. It's definitely the right color for my skin. So let's see what time it is. It is 12. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's 12:16. Yeah, you still can't see that. But it's 12:16. I'm going to go run those errands, and I will check back in with you in a couple of hours. By the way, I also want to note, I didn't top this or set this with any setting powder, and I'm not going to do any touch-ups, blotting papers, or anything like that. So we'll just see how it wears throughout the day. Also, out of curiosity, let's check the weather. Today's supposed to be 97. It's currently 91 in my area, so just to kind of throw in those other factors in there. So no touch-ups, no setting powder, and I will see you in a few hours. Bye. This is my first check-in. It is about 3:26. So I've had this foundation on for a little over 3 hours. I've been out and about grocery shopping and running a few errands, and I think the foundation looks really good. I haven't touched up, I haven't blotted, nothing like that. So I'm going to zoom in closer so you can take a closer look at my face. Okay, so I've zoomed in so you can get a closer look. I'm not really seeing too much shine, a little bit of shine across the nose, but I think that's to be expected, especially because it's supposed to get up to 97 degrees and it's super, super exhausting hot outside. So otherwise, I think that my face looks good. My cheeks still look very nice and like a natural matte finish across my forehead looks good. My T-zone is a major area where I get a lot of shine. So just to see a little bit on the nose after 3 hours and knowing the conditions outside, I don't think it's too bad. Okay, I will check in at the end of the night with my final thoughts. Hey guys, I'm back. It is the end of my day. It is 9:29, so almost 9:30. So I've had this foundation on for a little over 9 hours, and I think it's held up pretty well. I've been outside shopping and running errands. I've cooked dinner, I've baked cookies, and the foundation is still on my face. Keep in mind before I do this close-up that I did use the primer from Tarte, but I haven't touched up and I didn't use any powders to set it. So let me zoom in. So this is how my face looks after 9 hours of wear in 90-degree weather, cooking and doing my errands. I think it looks pretty good. My oils have kind of come out a little bit, but I don't look shiny. The most shine I see is really on my nose area. My T-zone looks pretty nice. My cheeks look pretty nice. Like the rest of my skin to me looks what I would consider normal. It looks balanced with a little bit of shine on my nose, and I think that it's worn pretty well considering the fact no touch-ups, 90-degree weather. It really did last a good amount of time. Okay, so what are my final thoughts on this foundation? When it comes to wear, I think it wore excellently. It looks very natural. gives you a real flawless coverage. I still personally would use a concealer, but I didn't use a concealer and I got pretty good coverage. It definitely lasted through heat, so I can imagine when the temperature starts to lower, it's going to get even better if it can last up to 97-degree temperatures out here in the great state of Texas. Now this foundation, easy to apply, buffed on. You just, dip your brush in and just keep building until you get the coverage you want. I personally see this foundation as medium. I think you could get full. I stopped at medium, but I think if you kept building with the powder, you could get a full coverage with this foundation, but it would still look very natural and make your skin look flawless. Big problem with this foundation, and I do have a problem with this foundation, is the shade range. This foundation comes in 11 shades. I am in the Tan Sand, which is shade number 10, so there's only one darker than this. And I really feel that Tarte really missed a huge opportunity with women of deeper complexions to offer them a foundation. I have the foundation shades pulled up on my phone, and they did a good job when it comes to the fair skin tones and the medium skin tones. They have fair honey, fair light honey. They even have light medium neutral, light medium beige, light beige, medium beige. So they have all these really great in-between shades for the light and medium skin tones, and it almost seems like when it got to the deeper skin tones, they just quit or gave up and they stopped. Once you get to tan, there's not like a tan medium or tan deep or anything like that. It goes straight from this tan sand into rich sand, and that's it. And it's kind of disappointing because Tarte is one of my favorite makeup brands, but I wouldn't be true to me and be honest with you if I didn't point out that the shade selection for women of color gets a big thumbs down with me. It's one thing to be able to try a foundation and just didn't like it because it just didn't work for you, it didn't suit your skin, it didn't give you the coverage you needed, but it's something completely different to not have been able to try a foundation to see if it worked for you because they didn't make your shade. Final thoughts, I'm torn. I like the foundation, I think it did well, but hopefully Tarte can right this wrong and come up with more shades for women of color and deeper skin tones. I think if they did that, they'd get a big thumbs up in my book. So right now, due to a lack of color, they're kind of getting the side thumbs. Like, I like it, but is my official review on Tarte's Amazonian Clay Airbrush Powder Foundation. I hope you found this review fun and helpful and informative. If you have any comments or questions, please leave it down below. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.